Welcome to Jen's Daily Dish. Today we're making a special Persian flatbread, Nan-E-Barbari. This is one of the thickest flatbreads that is out there, and it comes from Iranian roots. And it is very light in texture because it uses bread flour as well as a lot of water. So that high protein content, the water together makes a delicious flatbread. It also has a glaze that we're gonna make on the stove with oil and flour. So it kind of has an interesting different flavor. We top it with sesame seeds and with poppy seeds, and then we eat it. You can eat it with a salad. You can eat by itself. Have I made this before? Oh, come on. You all know. Of course I have not, because we're gonna be making it together. And I'm also making it because it will be delicious, that's right. Thick flatbread, so dynamite. Lucky for us, that's what we like. That's what we like. Lucky for us, that's what we like. That's what we like. This recipe comes together quickly. We're gonna make the dough, which will be very wet and sticky, so keep that in mind. It's okay if it sticks a little bit to your bowl. Then we're gonna make the glaze on the stove, and then we get it in the oven, and we're done. We have delicious Persian flatbread. 1 2/3 to 1 3/4 cups lukewarm water. I've kind of split the difference between the two, and it's going in. 2 1/4 teaspoons active dry yeast. 4 cups and 3 tablespoons of higher protein bread flour, which I talked about in my 100th video. Going in. 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. Mix until it barely clears the bowl. You want to make sure it's still a little sticky. You see how the dough is sticking to the bottom of the bowl? That is a good thing. You want that. It's because of all that water in there. It's making a very soft dough, which is going to be great and make a very light texture. As soon as it starts to clear the bowl just a little bit more, that's when you want to transfer it to rest. Into a lightly greased bowl it goes for an hour until it's about doubled in size. And notice how it's sticking to the bowl, but it's coming out pretty cleanly. Relatively speaking, of course. Cover and let rest for 1 hour. It doubled for sure. Lightly flour your surface. Turn the dough out. We're going to gently deflate it. Then we're going to divide it into 2 pieces because we will be making 2 delicious flatbreads. You can use a scale here if you'd like, or you can just cut that in half. Shape each into a rough 9-inch log. Cover with lightly greased plastic wrap just gently and let it rest for about 30 minutes. While the dough is resting, preheat your oven to 450 degrees. If you're going to be using a pizza stone, put that at the very bottom of your oven and let it heat up to that scorching hot heat. If you're not using a pizza stone, no worries. You can use a baking sheet. Just make sure that you have a rack right in the middle. Let's make the glaze, starting with 2 teaspoons all-purpose or bread flour, 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon vegetable oil, 1/3 cup cool water. Bring to a boil, or just shy of one. Stir constantly until the mixture thickens and it coats the back of a spoon or spatula or whatever you're using. It's almost there. You see that and how it's coating, and it's just starting to bubble. We're good. Turn it off. All right. Wow, those really puffed up quite a bit. We're going to take 1 piece at a time and make it into a 14 by 5 rectangle. for your 14 by 5 flatbread onto a baking sheet with parchment paper or a semolina dusted baker's peel. I'm gonna do my best to move this over, and it's stretched out quite a lot. That's all right, it's gonna shrink back. Press grooves into your dough, kind of like you would with focaccia. You just want to make sure you don't go through the dough. Take half of the glaze and spread it on the dough. I have a teaspoon of sesame seeds and a teaspoon of poppy seeds. I'm going to spread half over the dough. Onto the pizza stone it goes for about 15 to 18 minutes until it is a light golden brown. Time's up, let's take it out. Look at that. Oh my, that looks delicious. Can let it cool down or serve warm. Wow. Look at all of that lovely, airy lightness. I am so excited and thrilled. Look at all those lovely holes and how crispy it is on the outside and soft on the inside. It smells heavenly. Let's take a bite. It's exactly as I thought it would be. It's crisp on the exterior, soft and chewy on the interior. This is like the perfect flatbread. Well, one of them at least. All flatbreads, I think, are yummy. This is the thickest flatbread I have ever had, and boy, is it delicious. You could serve this traditionally with cucumbers or feta cheese, but I could see spreading something on top of it. You could have it with hummus. You could have it like a pizza, dare I even say, but you could. So many possibilities. They're endless, endless. So delicious. If I can make this Persian flatbread Nan-E-Barbari for the very first time with you, you can too. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check me out on Instagram at Jen's Daily Dish and more. Let's bake more. Yes!